Oh man, I think everything's good. Let's get it started real quick. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I overslept the. Oh, I mean, man. Obviously, I'm not gonna say the curse word on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Man, I woke up around like 11. I'm like, yo, let me sleep for 1 more hour, and woke up at 6 p.m. All right, so let's do this real quick before something happens. I do something all that. I need to record my reaction video. I already got some Shindo recorded. I already got some Kin Legacy recorded. Most of them are like edited. I just need to finish editing a little bit. I hopefully post one today. I know I said I was gonna post one yesterday, but I didn't. Oh man, but let's just get it started. SCP-150 body stealing parasite ship of Theseus explanation. Obviously this is their I think this is their most viewed animation. I just want to know what how they're gonna do this. The body stealing parasite, all that. How they're gonna make the human look. How they're gonna make the parasite look. If they do show the parasite, we're gonna see. But you ain't sure. Bam! Stop starting. But you already know, you're truly's Dr. Bob. You already been fire animation. One of you guys actually wanted me to react to SCP Explain, which is right here. Boom. I don't know if I could. I mean, move myself just in case. You know, best it on YouTube. Alright. There you go. All of you see there is by Daniel. That's how you say it. I'll butcher you. He said you want me to react to SCP Season 1, The Scarlet King from SCP Explain. I'll try to look for it. It'd be great if you give me a link in the comment section on me. But it doesn't matter. Let's actually get it started. Enough of me talking. I already stalled too much. It's already 2 minutes of me just, intro.
Him? He looks down at his hand. Something definitely bit him. He can see the red welt already forming. He looks around for the culprit, but
depending how this is, oh hell nah! I don't want none of the parasite near me, but if it's all like outside the thumbnail and everything, if I don't get like spikes and everything, oh hell nah, bro. I like my normal body myself. Also, today's snack of choice, I don't know if you guys can see this. I got some blueberry, raspberry, and blackberry. That's all I'm gonna be munching on.
He really hopes he doesn't have bed bugs. That's the last thing he needs right now. He'll have to keep his eyes open for potential pests. He doesn't want this to happen again, since the spot is already starting to itch and feel uncomfortable. Tough. A couple days pass, though, with no signs of other bugs. It must have just been a random insect that came inside his house to escape the winter cold. The spot on his hand felt a little rough for a day or two, but now he's pretty much forgotten all about it. Now what he really needs is some coffee before sitting down to another coding session. The man is...
Not gonna lie. Coffee, they do be hitting, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since I drink coffee. The coffee that I like drinking is actually iced coffee, with like maybe some cream on top and all that. But coffee, they do be hitting.
In his kitchen trying to make a fresh pot of coffee, but finds he's having a hard time. He's not so much making coffee as he is making a mess.
Hell
he knocks
man.
his favorite mug onto the ground, breaking it, and decides that maybe he doesn't need coffee after all.
You doesn't see that?
A couple of nights later, as the man is watching TV, he starts to cough. Just a little at first, but then more and more. The coughing fits get longer and deeper too, like they are coming.
Doesn't he see his arm? I'm confused. Like, if I see that, I'm like, yo, what? Yo, I'll tell you, you'll see me get rushed to the hospital so quick. I don't care if they don't lock me up. Let's say like the government's gonna come to me, all that. I'm just saying, like, you don't see that? That was a cockroach channel or something?
From the very bottom of his lungs. He hopes he isn't coming down with something. He hasn't left the house in days, so how could he have? Can bugs transfer colds? He'll have to look it up later.
Bro.
For now, he needs to do something about this cough. He won't be able to sleep if it keeps up. He needs to go get some medicine. The man gets bundled up and heads out. It's lightly snowing as he walks to the pharmacy and
what about his hand?
The way the moon...
Am I the only one seeing that? Am I the weird one? I'm confused.
...hangs in the sky. A beautiful beacon of light on this dark winter evening. Inside the pharmacy, he finds the cold medicine section and picks out a cough suppressant. He takes it to the counter and decides to get a few candy bars, too. He's developed a real sweet tooth these last few days. The man starts to cough again. It's a good thing he's getting this medicine. Several more days pass, and the man isn't feeling any better. This cough just won't go away. He decides it's finally time to go see a doctor.
We got ads. You guys know. I don't get paid at least a single penny of these ads. I'm not gonna show the ad with all of them. You won't skip it, boy. But remember, guys, if you ever get one my ad, watch the whole thing. Thank you for the support, but there should be no ad for yet. So yeah, for now there should be no ad. So enjoy. Let's get started again.
As he sits,
I'm just confused.
Room, he does his best to hold in his coughs, but he has a very hard time. The woman on the other side of the room is coughing too. Strangely, it actually makes him feel a little better. There must just be something going around. A nurse comes into the waiting room and calls his name. The doctor is ready for him.
So he's hiding his hand, so he knows about the hand. He's just not saying nothing. Really?
The man is sitting on the bed in the examination room when the doctor enters. He's looking over his medical records and doesn't even look up from his clipboard. He tells the man to take off his shirt so that he can be examined, and the man obliges. Okay, let's see what the trouble is, the doctor says. He finally looks up at the man.
There we go.
And screams.
Yeah. There
it didn't take long for the SCP Foundation to hear the reports of people's limbs metamorphosing into insectoid appendages, and they knew immediately what they were dealing with. This was another outbreak of the parasitic, limb-transforming insect known as SCP-150.
Yo, I'm telling you, at this point, just kill all the insects, man. That's they probably have some of the specimen like inside the SCP Foundation. Maybe there's some that they never be able to capture. But the case is that it escaped. You guys need to kill these.
SCP-150 is an obligate parasite, meaning that it requires a host for the completion of its reproductive life cycle. It bears a visual appearance similar to that of Cymathoa exigua, another parasite that eats the tongue of a particular type of fish.
I know that parasite, actually. So this parasite out here, just continue. No, this parasite out here, it actually only goes to not human tongue. Our tongue is way too big. It goes to fish's tongue. I don't think it goes to sharks and all that. Tongue, I think it's too big or something. It eats the tongue of the fish. It stays with the tongue guys and becomes the tongue. So no matter what, the fish has to eat to survive. And this eat while eating some of the food and bringing some of the food backwards so the fish lives. It didn't eat the fish live. The thing is, you lose your tongue and you have it in your mouth, so it's tough. Hell, not miss me with that fish, but I mean that parasite.
Before replacing the tongue with its own body. SCP-150 engages in similar behavior, though it appears to exclusively affect humans. When a human comes in contact with a small bug-like organism, it will embed itself under its new host's skin. Next, over the course of roughly 7 days, SCP-150 will burrow deep into the host's flesh and begin to cause numerous physiological changes to them. First, and most prominently, SCP-150 will begin a gradual process of altering the limb that is nearest to the original infection site. As SCP-150 burrows deeper and consumes the flesh, it excretes a substance that has the effect of replacing the missing sections of the limb with a hard, chitinous material that resembles one of its own appendages. Beneath the chitin, the excreted substance forms a rudimentary nervous system that gives the host the ability to control the new limb as if it were their own. As it feeds.
But doesn't explain. Why is he freaking out about the arm? I'll be freaking out. I'll be like, yo, where did this happen? What? How? When? I'd be so confused, especially when he had his two finger in the middle shrank down and the spiky thing came out. That point, I'd be like, what? They're how? I'm so confused. He's just there chilling. Oh, there. Yeah, alright, it's my new arm. No, but no.
SCP-150 also secretes several chemicals that contain anesthetic, immunosuppressant, and transplant-rejecting properties that keep the host's body from responding to the changes, or even reacting at all.
I was about to say, there we go. I was about to say, I'm like, how? What?
In fact, the host will often report that their new limb is completely normal and feels stronger and more resilient after the transformation. SCP-150 will continue to feed for approximately 1 to 2 weeks, and as it feeds on the nutrients within its host's body, it will begin to reproduce, creating eggs that it deposits directly into the bloodstream. While the majority of these eggs will die off, enough usually survive to begin colonizing other parts of the host's body, where they will hatch and repeat the process of feeding, reproducing, and spreading more eggs. It is theorized that it is capable of reproducing on its own, meaning that a single instance of SCP-150 is all it takes to create a new colony. Humans infected with SCP-150 will sometimes report slight discomfort and issues with their fine motor skills during this period, but will usually not express any knowledge of what might be causing this. Eventually, SCP-150 eggs will reach the host's lungs, where the process of assimilating continues, this time replacing the lungs themselves. During this process, more eggs will be produced, laid...
Oh, you guys asking what this is? You know, this is some water. Come on, guys. I can't show you. I don't want to spill nothing, but this is some water, man. You know, we had a healthy snack. I'm telling you, man. You know, you guys gonna have the healthy snack too. You guys are allowed to eat this, but you know, let me eat all the junk food for you guys, okay?
And then spread out of the body by the host's coughing. As many as 10,000 eggs will be produced during this period, approximately 1% of which will survive being expelled, find another host, and implant themselves. The assimilation process then spreads to the central nervous system, including the spinal cord and brain. But strangely, the host will show no signs that their consciousness or behavior have been affected in any way.
Have they ever tried going for like biting the brain first, like, you know, go inside the brain? Like, let's say most of the body parts, you know, I'm guessing arms, the legs and all that. Have any of these tried going to the head? And if they did like the head change and all that? No? Maybe.
In interviews with hosts of SCP-150, those who are unaware that they are infected have not expressed any knowledge of changes happening in or out of their body. When subjects are made aware that they have been infected, they will be able to point out the site of the original infection and agree that a change has taken place, but they seem to have no ill will towards their new chitinous appendages and will often express positive feelings about it. In order to better study the effects of SCP-150 under SCP Foundation control, 2 D-Class personnel, D-13732 and D-016002, were both infected with the parasites, and the assimilation process was allowed to fully progress through all the stages. Following signs that D-016002 was experiencing swelling of the brain, a decompressive craniotomy was performed, a procedure in which a portion of the skull is removed in order to relieve pressure on the brain. This surgery had the added benefit of giving Foundation researchers the chance to look at SCP-150's progress firsthand. But after a flap of her skull was removed, the attending scientists did not find that her brain was swelling. They didn't find her brain at all, but instead observed numerous instances of SCP-150 in the cavity where her brain should be. The D-Class had been partially anesthetized to numb her skull but remained conscious during the procedure. The scientists asked her several simple questions to which she was perfectly able to answer. They began removing some of the parasites, and as they did so, her answers became slower and less clear. It appeared that the SCP-150 instances had not just eaten and replaced her brain, they had become her brain. For the next experiment,
that's so trippy and like, but like, oh hell no, man. What? I can't. This one needs to be stay locked up or disintegrated, every single one of them, but oh hell no, man.
They would use the instances of SCP-150 that had been removed from D-13732's nervous system after he had been euthanized following the discovery that his entire nervous system had also been replaced entirely by SCP-150. The parasites taken from his brain cavity were placed into D-016002's, and the results were nothing short of incredible.
To be smarter or something?
A period of time where the organisms appeared to move and rearrange themselves within her skull, she regained consciousness. Once awake, not only did her cognitive functions immediately improve, when she was asked to state her name, she told them it was Michael, D-13732.
What? I can't.
His name.
It
is unknown why SCP-150 engages in this peculiar life cycle, but the danger it poses to humans and the difficulty in keeping it contained has led the SCP Foundation to classify it as Keter. Some of the more...
one of you guys actually explained that, some people say different ways. It's actually saying like better, but with the K, so Keter. So I'm guessing that's how I'm gonna call it this time. I mean, for now, for like forever, I'm guessing. So Keter. Yeah, there you go.
Or erudite researchers have taken to calling the parasite the ship of Theseus, a play on the philosophical notion that questions whether something that has had all of its parts replaced is still fundamentally the same, or if it has become something new. Perhaps the observation of those infected with SCP-150 can shed some light on this millennia-old question. Infected patients who are being studied are to be kept in level 3 biohazard containment cells, with never more than one
because they have the insects everywhere inside of them.
Infected host per cell. Cultures of SCP
a researcher has been,
with
infected?
never more than one infected host per cell.
That's tough. That's probably like a businessman or something.
Cultures of SCP-150 adults and eggs are kept in vacuum-sealed glass flasks in the Site-42 Infectious Materials Lab, and the Foundation's standard pathogen handling procedures are required to be followed at all times. Should any instance of SCP-150 be found outside of containment...
Yeah! That's what I was also say, kill it with fire! There we go, that's what I'm talking about! Yo, this should do it to every single one of them.
Now go and watch another entry from the files of Dr. Bob, and be sure to subscribe as we delve further and further into the SCP Foundation's classified archives.
Kill it! Don't even try smacking it. It's probably gonna go inside of you. I'm telling you, just kill it with fire, man. Oh, hell no, man. Come on, son. That was good. I like that. That was good. This one looks fire, too. This one right here, but it's only 38 seconds, so I won't react to shorts. But that's fire. Alright, guys, you guys already know. We have to conclude. I had to conclude my own video right now. Guys, if you guys like the video and everything, hit the subscribe button. Go to 5,000 subscribers. Yo, almost there. We pretty much like halfway there almost. You guys go also hit the like button too. Supposed to be even more. Okay, frame. Stop, start, slow down. You guys also turn on the bell notification because I want the early game, which means gonna be in the comment section first. But it brings me to the comment section. You go tell me games to play. It does not have to be a Roblox game. You can tell me a video to react to, but please link the video in the comment section so it'll be easy for me to find. Or you can be like, hi, how you doing? I will always try to reply back to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a boy frame. Ah.